Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio. Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxter, on the show this evening is the one and only Albert and we're Robert. Evening, Albert.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Robert. How are you to it?
I'm good, mate. How's Robert?
Evening, mate. I am good, mate. Good, yourself?
Aye, mate. I am. I'm getting a tingle, mate. I'm getting a tingle. Albert?
Aye, well, it's I'm no yet. I'm no in full gear for the game yet, but we'll get there, mate. Just keep your powder dry.
Yes, mate. Always try my best, mate. Always try my best. And how's your Robert? Good, mate.
Aye, mate. Good. Starting to obviously look forward to the game on Sunday. Obviously, it's a massive game, massive week, as it always is, mate. But especially this season, looking forward to it. But I'm sure we'll build that up in the coming nights ahead, mate.
Yep. And how's Albert? How are you, mate? What you been up to? How's life?
Life's been good, mate. Life's been good. I've been working on a few things.
Oh no! Oh no!
Aye, it is a no, aye. I've been working on a few things, mate, and I'd say a few things been sent to me which have of some interest.
Oh no! Has there been marker pens, sticky notes, and all your tools involved?
There's sticky stuff. I don't know if it's marker notes, but anyway, aye, it's it's been worked on. Put it that way, mate. Put it that way.
Okay, I'm intrigued, Robert. I'm intrigued.
I'm sure he can fill us in. Maybe after 9 o'clock, just in case.
Better wait till after 10 o'clock, not him. Right, Albert. I mean, obviously, you'll be cheering on the team for the coefficient points tomorrow night, yes?
Aye, well, aye. It's one of the things that I get sent. I'd like to go through if you would allow to hear a wee list. It's very interesting reading, actually. Since Celtic last won a knockout game, things have been. The world has moved on slightly. The things that's been invented since they've won the last knockout game in a European tournament. HD TVs, PlayStations 3, 4, and 5, Xbox 360, 1 and XS, YouTube, home Wi-Fi, Google Maps, smartphones, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, mobile banking, Netflix, Amazon Prime, podcasts, Alexa, and Ubers. All invented since basically it was a horse and carriage. They remember they go to the games, and you know what I mean, it's been that long since they've won a knockout game.
Run us through that list again. You
Oh, yeah. Just basically everything modern's been invented since they've won a game. Put it that way, mate. It's easier just saying that. Oh dear, it's unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. But they're pals in the media. They'll not tell you any of that. They'll keep it as they're doing well for the coefficient. Aye, so they are.
Robert.
It's remarkable, half the stuff in that, to be honest with you, Albert. Not to mention, if you look at your club in that time as well, mate, European final, administration, into the lower leagues in Scottish professional football, won Division 2, won Division 1, won the Championship, won the Premier League, another European final. Remarkable.
Wait a minute, just for the record, who were you hanging about with today?
Me, myself, and I, mate, but I also got a list sent to me.
Aye, Robert.
I'd love to say I've done the work on it. Aye.
I'm going to give you some advice. Find some new pals. Find some new pals.
Trying, but they keep coming back, mate.
Aye. The irony is, I think it was Hugh Keevan says you'll be judged in the games you won in Europe.
Oh, I know. A well-known Celtic supporter. To give us all advice about Europe. Oh dear. They should just keep their mouth shut. So they should, man. It really is. Not just for no winning in Europe, other things as well. Life lessons that should not be given.
Give me that list again.
Oh, hold on, mate. I'll need to drag it out. It's in the other unspeakable list, no, the list that nobody wants to talk about. No, I mean it's in there.
Right.
Right, here we go. The list is HD TVs, PlayStations 3, 4, and 5, Xbox 360, 1 and XS, X and S, YouTube, home Wi-Fi, Google Maps, smartphones, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, mobile banking, Netflix, Amazon Prime, podcasts, Alexa, and Ubers. Have all been invented since they won a knockout stage in a European tie. It is fantastic, mate. A fantastic thing.
Oh, that's been invented since I left school. It's unbelievable.
You wish.
It's unbelievable. What one of them could you live without, Albert?
Celtic.
You use them all? Robert, you must.
I use them all, mate. All the time. I'm never after them.
I can see you on the Xbox. It's an Xbox.
I've actually got an Xbox. It's in a box somewhere. My Xbox is in a box.
Robert, you must have used all of them.
Most of them, mate. Most of them, if I'm being honest. I'm just hoping that there's still space in that list, Albert, because you need to add to it in a few months. Or a few years.
Oh, by the way, the Webb telescope as well. We never mentioned the Webb. We've actually sent a telescope millions of miles away from Earth as well. Oh, that's good.
Oh dear. Right, so we're starting to build up to a game against them. And we've all been on, we've all talked about what's happened in Albert. You want to chip in with your tuppence worth of it just to put Sunday to bed before we just turn full throttle to next Sunday?
Well, I had was saying Monday. So.
Aye, just put it to bed.
As I say, and I'll keep on saying, I don't think we played that bad. It was just, I'm putting it into one of the days. It's just unfortunate we dropped to 2 points. We should never have dropped to 2 points. We should have won the game. There's no doubt about that. But again, if you're going to defend and just lose silly goals like that, you deserve what you get, don't you? But nah, as far as I'm concerned, referees are the referees. Everybody in the world's talking about them now. The good thing about it is all the mistakes they made in one big go at the weekend has now been highlighted all over the country, nationwide. So the Scottish media can keep a cap on it, but they can't keep a cap on this lot. This is bordering on something else. Something very sinister is going on, mate. Very sinister.
Robert?
Well, it's again, mate, it's another week where there's another controversial talking point, which obviously they seem to be happening more and more often. I think it's been said multiple times. It all comes back to the one problem, and that's the standards or the referees that are in place at the moment, whether it's on the park or in a VAR room. It's the same guys that are making mistakes week in, week out. And again, they don't learn from it. They don't seem to improve it. It's just glossed over by, well, they call him in his wee show, which will come out in a month's time and say they got it wrong, maybe an apology, or they'll say it's the correct decision and they'll try and waffle his way through it. And that's it, mate. There's no improvement. There's no moving forward. And the debate's going to rumble on for years until something's done about it. But the ones that are in power, they're not going to do anything about it. Let's be honest. They're not going to do anything. So, and it's not just us it affects, it's affected other teams this season. And a decision like Sunday, for example, could cost us, I think Billy said it on Sunday after the game, could cost us millions in terms of a title race. But if it's the way about, it could cost Livingston a place in the top flight as well. So there's financial impacts to all teams involved when these decisions are getting made, mate, by simply referees who aren't up to their standard.
I don't think it was the worst decision in the game. The worst decision of the weekend in Scotland was the Simon sending off Olber. And the question I'd like to ask is, what did they see? What did they see that thought that was a red card, either the referee or VAR, whoever made the decision? And the same about the end of the match, mate. What did they see that he didn't think that was a foul? Whether it's in the box or outside the box was up for debate, yeah. But what did they see?
That's the thing about Column's comedy show. You know what I mean? Column's clowns. The question that should be asked for that idiot does the host the show with him is, did you speak to the referees, both referees, and what did they say when you asked them the question, or did you ask them a question? The same question that you're asking. What did you see? And let's see what they say. Are you asking them any questions? Are you going to tell us, if they did ask that question, what the answer was? Because I'm like you, mate. I've not got a clue. Not a clue. The only way I can say it, mate, is they see it's a foul, they see it wasn't a send enough, and they just decided to go away with a clear decision. Then you get into the VAR situation. The one with St Mirren, it was Walsh, it was on VAR, I'm meant to believe. Now, he's got a history of making these wrong decisions, mate. He has got a long history of this now. He's a complete incompetent clown, a referee, and a VAR official as well. And then you look at our referee. Oh, he's a young referee. He, in my opinion, decided he wanted to make a reputation, and he decided that was a game he was going to get his name known and remembered. And he's worked it out. I think he's clever enough to work it out that if you're controversial, and Colin will keep you in to prove a point. Same as the SFA did with him when he done his cheating and lying at Parkhead. What did they do? Instead of kicking him out the game and saying, "No, well, you're going to get moved aside," they promoted him. they gave him the top job. I mean, so is that a payment and a reward for doing it the right way, the way they want it done? And by the way, that's another point you need to make as well. That Column's rewriting the rule books and rewriting interpretation of these rule books because he's getting directives. That's cheating, mate. There's no other way of saying that. The standard refereeing says one thing, and then he gets a audit and directs. He interprets it completely different, and then gives a directive out to the referees. Well, so he's actually refereeing the game. Don't give that. If it's not a foul, it's unless it's pulling. That's not what it says in the rule book. But he's decided that's what it's going to say in Scotland.
Can I ask you something, Albert? Can I ask you something? How would you coach 12-year-old kids who are starting to develop in football and tell them the rules? How would you do that at the moment?
You can't. You can't, mate. It's as simple as that, because we don't know. Week to week it changes. Directive, it changes. Only that clown Column knows what's going on. And these idiot... I'm surprised that these idiot referees not standing up to this and saying, wait a minute, I'm a referee, I'm getting paid to... My job is to referee this game. Good or bad or different, it makes no difference. Make mistakes, don't we? But I'm in charge of this game. So every mistake or decision that gets made or bad decision that gets made, it's me, it's making it. But it's him. It's making it as well as them. So people need to start following their swords. And by the way, I've got to the stage now, I'm thinking, why are we not outsourcing these referees? If we've not got decent referees, and he keeps saying that, don't want to get too harsh on them because we've not got enough referees coming through. Well, let's start outsourcing this, by the way. There's got to be better referees somewhere in the world. It's prepared to come over here and get a full-time job as a referee. Definitely, mate. It's got to be changed. It's a nonsense. And I seen that Len. I never heard what he says. When he listens to that,
did you see him, didn't you?
Aye, because he's starting again. I'm going, you should keep your mouth shut, you wee rat, because you started all this way back when the referee told him in confidence what he was thinking, and then that wee rat came out in the papers and let it all out in the papers, and that's when it all started, and the referees went and strike and all that. So Martin O'Neill done it again. Martin O'Neill done it again there when the referees told him something in confidence, and now he's out in the paper. Same as what Lennon done. So the referees need to learn. Don't tell these clowns anything. You just shut up. And if you go to report, you report to your supervisor, and that'll be Colum. But him, that wee rat, needs to come out and tell the truth. But we all know he tells lies. He's been caught at it red-handed, mate.
I don't know if I'd use the term red-handed, mate, but you know what I mean.
Aye. I'd always use the term red-handed. But anyway, it's... We could go on and on about it, but what's going to happen? Well, nothing's going to happen. They're just going to blunder on and keep on going on.
What a fun
The
remark.
referees will decide who wins this league this year. I'm telling you that
Maybe,
right
mate.
now. As you're already
Maybe know the
seeing.
referee, mate. Maybe know the referee.
Aye, well, officials. The official will decide who's winning this league this year. And any of the 3 teams or 4 teams that are in it can say, well, with confidence, well, we win this on our own merits now. Nobody can say it now, mate, because they're making mistakes, so-called mistakes, all over the place, in all the games. It's not just us. It used to just be us because we were getting it all complete. But how many goals has other teams been disallowed? We've had 18 goals this season disallowed. Wait a minute, it might not all be in the league, but we're in the teens anyway. Been disallowed this season, so we're saying, are we getting it worse than the rest? One decision against you is 1 or 2 decisions against you is bad enough, mate. But this is getting into double figures now. This is getting to every team now. This is getting into double figures. This is getting out of hand, really out of hand.
All right, mate. One of the things I found remarkable with the media storm this week that somebody tried to punch somebody, which is assault. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter how hard they hit them. The same guys get previous for kicking somebody in the head. And they think, well, that's not a red card. Look, striking an opponent, a sender off. Yeah. And he was caught. So you take your medicine and you move on. Robert?
Well, you should be taking your medicine and moving on, but they don't, because this isn't what they're used to. Because they're used to decisions going their way and officials turning blind eyes. All of a sudden, in recent weeks, they've been getting decisions going against them, and suddenly the toys are getting flung out the pram to say, the standard's not good enough, we're getting affected, me. They've been getting away with stuff worse than that for a number of seasons. How many games did they go without a red card? Domestic games.
Oh, it was
70
quite
odd.
hot. It was from Tynecastle to Tynecastle, wasn't it?
Correct. And what happened because of that? Brendan Rodgers came out and basically stated the referees were poor, and from there, they get every decision going in their favour. Now all of a sudden, they get 2 red cards in the space of a short period of time, and this is affecting us big time. We've had it for years. We were known as Statement FC because we called it out, but nobody joined us to say we agree with you, and nobody's going to join us. Nobody in this league is going to come out and stand with Rangers and say, they're right, it's affecting them, but it's affecting us. We need change. Nobody's going to do it. The ones in power, Column, Doncaster, they can carry on and do their job as badly as they want because nobody's going to criticise them. Nobody's going to pull them aside and have a word with them. They govern themselves. So nothing is going to change until, as Albert says again, what he said there, Column's coming out and saying we're not getting referees through. Well, that poses a question itself again. Why? Why are we not getting referees through? Because nobody wants to do the job because of the amount of pressure they're under, the scrutiny they're under, the abuse they get. Nobody wants to do it. And that's what that referee done Sunday. For me, he bottled making a decision. And because, again, subjective, is it in the box, is it out? Famous quote again, more in and more out, whatever. But if he doesn't make a decision on the field and it is outside the box, VAR can't go back and do that, despite it being a clear and obvious error. So there's a grey area that VAR was brought in for clear and obvious errors, but they can't get involved in a clear and obvious error outside the box unless it's a dogso, which we didn't hear for maybe until 2-3 months ago. Every week now we're hearing this dogso abbreviation, denying him a goal scoring opportunity. So VAR works.
Dogso, I thought I was a night out with Fox.
Well, people would have their own interpretations, mate. Exactly like that. But up until this moment in time, you hadn't heard about this in football. You just seen it as that's a foul. It's a red card. He stopped the guy from going to score him, but you never knew it was dogso. But what I mean is, there's rules there, and as Albert says, they're moving the goalpost on them because the wording says something, but then VAR can't do this because of this, and they can't do that because of that. Well,
watch what you're saying, mate. You're giving them ideas, moving the goalposts. It's the only thing they've not tried, mate.
oh,
You see the VAR one, Robert. See that the VAR one. They were checking something. What were they checking? This is the question we asked the other night, and you're not getting an answer to it till he's made a lie up. So he's getting. That's why it's a monthly show. So it gives him enough time to make excuses up and troll rule books and reinterpret rule books and all sorts. But they were checking something, and what they were checking to see if it was a penalty kick. That's what should have come up. We're checking to see if it's a possible penalty kick, and if it's not a possible penalty kick, which it was a penalty kick, well, no, it's a penalty kick. And then he called them call them back over to the screen to have a look at it to say, look, this is a possible penalty kick. That's what should have happened, mate. That's the normal procedure, protocol. But what they got involved in there in Sunday, God knows, mate. God knows. 3 times they could have called that decision right, and 3 times they got it wrong. They just end up not doing anything.
Well, the check took more than 3 plus minutes, so there should be 3 plus minutes of audio for us to hear exactly what was getting checked. But they'll clip it down to the last minute or something, the last 30 seconds, and they gloss over the rest.
I don't think you've been fair there, mate. I think they'll be getting the audio through the game that we're all listening to.
Or the film they were watching.
Right, okay, we're going to get the phone lines open, yes?
Yep.
Then I'm going to pose you to a challenge, mate. I'm going to put you, Albert, on the spot.
That's good. I like being on the spot. Yes, Your Honour. Not guilty.
And the judge is like, how you doing, Albert?
Fine, not guilty still.
Right, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, so we're playing them at the weekend. Yes, we're playing them at the weekend. And I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to start with you, Albert. I'll give you your challenge, and then Mr. Robert, I'm going to give you your challenge. Yes?
Okay.
Right. No trivia involved, Albert.
It's a good start.
Trivia involved. Right. The challenge I'm going to make to you, Mr. Albert, is I want you, and I'll give you a few minutes to think about it, yeah? I want you to pick your all-time Rangers versus Celtic team with all Scots in it. You with me?
Yep.
Robert, your challenge is slightly different. You've got the same challenge, but you've got the rest of the world, including UK, yeah?
Okay.
All right? And it's guys that were maybe done the business or turned up against them. Is that fair? But it's obviously, it's your opinions, yeah? And you can't be wrong with opinions, Albert, can you?
No, it's only an opinion.
Yeah.
Are you throwing this challenge out to callers?
Of course, mate. Of course.
They've got a choice of what one they want.
They can take whatever one they want, yes. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What would you give Mr. Fox? Would you give him Scotland and the rest of the world? Don't give him something today, would you think?
I'd give him the women's team today.
The women's team. I think back in his, he might have done the women's team back in the day, but we've moved on a lot. Right. But,
women's fitness has been invented since they won the European tie. Use that one on your list.
Robert. Oh dear. Right, so an all Scottish team for you and an all rest of the world, basically. England, Ireland, Wales, and the rest of the world, Robert, yes?
Okay.
But they've got a pedigree against that mob. Is that fair?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Right. Okay, right. You're looking forward to Sunday, Albert?
Aye, definitely, mate. I think it will be. Put it this way, I'm not going to say we turn up, we win, all that nonsense, but I'm going to say if we play the way we've been playing in these away games and losing these silly goals, we'll be in trouble. There's no doubt about that, mate. But if we actually turn up and put some sort of, we're definitely in with a shout. Definitely in with a shout. But we need to cut out these silly goals. They're killing us, mate. They're totally killing us. And the system as well, the 4-2-3-1 system, bin that. Just completely bin that system. That does nothing. It's no good at defending. It's no good at going forward. It's a nothing system. And it doesn't suit us. It does not suit us one bit. And I would
Robert?
hate to think we're going to play that system to the end of the season, mate, and let this league slip away from us. And what a tragedy that would be. You'd be sitting at the end of the season going, we didn't even get a goal. We didn't even have a swing at that. At least let that dribble away to nothing. Anyway, sorry.
No, Robert?
Similar to Albion, mate, I think it all depends on how we approach the game and what the attitude's like. I think if we turn up the way we did against Hearts recently, then I'm not saying it's going to be a canter, but we'll certainly be a lot better. The chances would certainly improve. Certainly still the form team, regardless, getting into it, Ox. But in these games, you never know. Being at home, that's got an added factor in our favour as well. The crowd noise, again, if that's the same as what it was against Hearts, it'll be electrifying. It'll give the players a lift, but the players have got to give the support a lift as well. But if you put that effort into the game, then I think we'll come away with the win. And I think obviously psychologically, winning the game at Parkhead coming from behind will possibly play a factor as well, just in the kind of the mindset. And let's be fair, we've got a fresh week this week. We can do the rest in the training. They've got a game in the morning night, so they've got to kind of possibly rotate whatever they want, but still they've not got a big group of players or good players to pick from. So it's all down to us, mate, and how we approach the game on Sunday. So attitude and application, it's been said many times, but very important come Sunday.
Aye. Listen, we've heard all these things before. They've got injuries. We've got injuries. Your best players suspended. This, that. You're back for a European trip. I'm a great believer sometimes form can go out the window and these games all be.
Aye, there's no such thing as favourites in this game. No, I mean it's no. We've even beat them in the lower when we're in the lower divisions and all that, mate. So it's anything can happen in these games. It's who wants it the most, isn't it? And who gets the break of the ball at times, and of course officials will play their part as they do in all these games. And every game in Scotland now, they just don't referee in games; they participate in games. Some of them should actually just wear the strip of the team they support and make it nice and clear for us all. But anyway, so aye, it's there's a lot of factors outside your control. That's the thing I don't like about these games. It's you never know. You never know. Bounce a ball. It's anything, mate. You're just hoping your luck goes your way in certain passages of play. Like we're luck didn't go our way again on Sunday. You know what I mean? With the ball trying to get the ball in the net against Livingston, it just didn't seem it was ever going to go in. But it's that sort of stuff, mate. That's how close it's going to be.
Aye, I think the form goes out the window, but I accept, which is remarkable. I think we could arguably go into the game as favourites, Robert.
I think we will, mate. If I'm being honest, I think if you go and look at the bookmakers, they'll probably have his favourites. And could you argue at this point in time? Not really. Is there a lot between the sides in terms of performances? Again, not really. But we are above them in the table. We can grind out results as much as they can grind out results at times. It's relying on last minute equalisers or winners, which obviously we were kind of hoping for and pushing for on Sunday. But it is a fixture that you never really know. You can't kind of predict what's going to happen. It's an unpredictable game. We've seen dull goalless draws at the start of the season. You've seen comebacks. You've seen tackles and quite end-to-end games at times. So you can't predict what it's going to be like. But everything, as you say, you can look at form, you can look at travel and all that kind of stuff, but it does really go out the window because it's down to the players that turn up on that day, put in the effort and take the game by scruff of the neck, take their chances when it comes, and that's who'll come out on top.
Aye. Listen, you've also had the complete opposite of that, but there's been teams in top and they've lost that game, and there's been teams who have went up the Part 1s and stole the game. It happens. It's happened. We've seen it all in that fixture, all better.
Oh, aye, we've seen it all, mate, definitely. So
Did we know beat them once when when they had the own goal when we never had a shot in goal in the COVID season.
That's right, mate. That's right. So yeah, it's a strange carry on. But it's why football should be, mate. It's unpredictable. It shouldn't be predictable. That you can speculate the result, but you can't be sure of the result. It's one of the ones you've just got to get the sleeves rolled up and get tore into it, and hoping things bounce your way, and hoping you get a decent official who does his job properly for a change, which would be a big change. That would be, see, it would matter the result. If the referee actually got all his decisions right, that would be the big talking point of it all. But anyway, so it's unpredictable, mate. You never know. But it's at home. We've got it at home. We've got home advantage, and we're playing no too bad. I'm not saying we're playing brilliant, playing no too bad, and they are stinking, mate. They pretend that they're this great team. They're anything but. They're anything but, and you can get to them. You really can get to them, which is all we've already proved that this season. So let's hope we prove it again, mate.
Yeah. Win these two next games, and obviously we've still got to go there. But we're heading towards 2 years since he beat us in 90 minutes, which is remarkable. We'll go to that. We'll go to that. We've got to start by winning on Sunday. Right. Albert, how's the brain?
Go for it.
Right.
I'm poised and ready.
Oh, poised and ready. He doesn't mess about, does he?
No, he's straight in there. He makes lists, remember. He's got us ready.
For a living, Robert.
Robert, delete that message, yeah? Let him do his end. Right. You're hanging about with a certain person too much. We're going to have to take you away. People are allowed their own thoughts, Robert. Right, Albert.
Here we go.
Right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Goalkeeper, Andy Gorham. Happy with that?
I'm
Right
happy.
back,
If you're happy.
Sandy Jardine, aye. I'm perfectly happy, mate.
Right.
Two centre halves, Davy Weir, Richard Goff.
Right.
Left back, Robertson.
Davy Robertson.
Davy Robertson.
Right.
My midfield, I'm going for a 4-3-3, and the midfield is Baxter, Smith, Dave Smith, and Souness.
Right.
And my three forwards, Wally Johnston on the left, Wally Henderson on the right, and Colin Steen through the middle.
Colin Steen.
Colin Steen, I've changed my mind. Colin Steen. I was going to go McCoist, but I'm going with Steen.
Right. Do you know how many games Colin played against that mob?
No.
Do you know how many he won?
No. It's a fair chance if I don't know the number, I'm not knowing how many he's won.
I'm just asking. Right, give us the 11.
Do you want my subs?
I will have your sub, right? You have your subs, Robert?
Aye, go for it.
Yeah.
I've got 106 subs. Hey, I've got 9 subs. Durant, Derek Ferguson, McCoist, Greg, Cooper, Brand, Miller, John Brown, and Barry Ferguson.
Give me them again.
Durant, Derek Ferguson, McCoist, Greg, Davy Cooper, Brand, Miller, Brown, and Barry Ferguson.
Not bad pitch. Not bad pitch. Right, okay. Interesting on there. Bit of controversy there. I mean, for a lot of
Good.
people know when John Gregg, yeah.
Aye, greatest ever Ranger.
Aye. But what was your trouble? Could you? Where would you have played, Greg?
Midfield, mate.
Midfield.
Aye.
Aye.
I know he ended up left back, but he's a midfield. But I was saying that earlier. He was bought to replace Baxter. Remember, he's a midfielder, Greg. Everybody thinks he's a left back, but he wasn't. Good player, Greg. He doesn't get for credit for being a decent player, a decent midfielder either. But he was a good player.
And the left back came at the back end of his career, didn't it?
Aye. That wasn't his position.
Okay.
Good
well,
captain and all, Big Greg.
Aye, listen, mate, you're talking. That's a controversial decision, Albert. A controversial decision.
Ah, well.
All
Only
right.
my opinion. Only opinion, mate.
Oh, I know. Just a bit of controversy there, Robert.
Aye, still a good side though. Still a good side, and he's nearly enough got another team on the bench there, so he's went full depth.
Oh, Monty, I went.
Oh, money.
And I bet you're fine. That's the way I was sitting when I done it. Anyway, enough of this nonsense going to the football.
You can keep your hat on. Yes. Right, Robert, have you had a chance to do yours? Maybe. I don't know. You'll get as many players to pick for, but people would argue you're picking for more quality, but I don't know if that's the case, mate. Right, Robert, on you go, mate.
Right, and before you ask, I don't know the amount of appearances and the amount of goals before you ask me any, right? Seems you flung a curveball in there. Right, in goal, Stefan Kloss.
Right.
Right back. I'm going to allow you to shoot at me. James Tavernier. Centre
Right.
backs, Terry Butcher and Amoruso. Left back, Arthur Newman. Midfield 3, Gascoigne, Alberts, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Front 3, De Boer, Laudrup and Mark Haitley. Substitutes, Woods, Queller, Wilkins, Moles, Wallace.
Wow.
Who's your midfield, Gaza? Who's the other two?
Alberts and Van Bronckhorst.
Here, I'll tell you what, they're right good game, wasn't it?
Oh, aye.
And my manager's Dick Advocat. There you go. Have you made the manager for you?
What manager?
Non-Scots manager.
What manager you going for, Olga?
Casino. Walter Smith, obviously. The Boer Haitley, who was the other one? Was it Laudrup?
De Boer, Laudrup and Haitley is the front 3.
It's a bit of a forward line, isn't it?
Aye. How are you playing that forward line, mate?
Every week.
De Boer on the right, Laudrup on the left, Haitley up front.
All right. Okay. Aye. All right, mate. All right. Interesting. What are you thinking, Olga?
Oh, aye. That's a decent team, isn't it? That's a decent team. Oh, dear. Some quality in that team, real quality. But hey, you look at it and you say to yourself, I'd like to see the two play to each other, the two teams. What were your subs, Rob? Any subs?
Aye, mate. Chris Woods, Carlos Queller, Ray Wilkins, Michael Moles and Rod Wallace. I went in 5. I went old school.
Woods, Queller, who else?
Wilkins, Moles and Wallace.
You Rod
Wallace.
Rod Wallace or the left back Wallace?
But wouldn't be left back because he's Scottish and my selection is non-Scottish. Rod Wallace.
Non-Scottish, aye, right, sorry. Schoolboy era.
I'll let you off, mate.
Woods, Queller, Wilkins, Moles and Wallace. It's not bad at all, is it? You look at the players we just mentioned, the two teams in the subs there, we did have some decent players in our time, didn't we? Real decent players. And that's not even touching that's only touching the tip. You know what I mean? There's plenty more that we can pick.
Right.
There's certainly a few, mate. Certainly a
by
few
the-
players there that's
by
probably
the way,
missing
I
out.
know there's a decent side of the team. Colin Stein, mate, I think he played 20 games against Celtic, 2 sub, mate, 4 goals.
Aye.
I think I can only find him on the winning team twice, mate.
That's all right. Great game. Great player. That's
Yeah.
all right. Played brilliant in the 4 games, but
I'm just going through his list of games, but
you've been
All right.
listening to that Wally Johnson too long. That's what's up with you.
oh,
You've been-
mate, that was funny. It's funny. I know people have heard it, but it was funny. And some double act day too. Some double act. Listen, aye. Wow. If you get all 8 players at the peak of their powers, you could have a game of football. What a game of football would be. And arguably, if you look at it, the guy that's maybe been the most successful guy in his career, with all of him, is one in your team, Robert, when he left us, is Giovanni, yeah?
Aye, certainly quite a lot of honours, mate, that he's won. Obviously us and then beyond us as well. So just shows you a bit, as Albert says, there's been some real good players, some real good quality over the years, and that's 2 good teams. But who would win? Me or Albert?
Oh, all better all the time.
Aye. I'm a dirty player,
Just-
mate.
Cheers, mate. Love and support.
Right, Ronnie's put a team in. Ronnie, you're right name that. You're carry on. You've got it for us, Ronnie's team, yeah? All
Yep, mate,
Scottish team
he's
he's went for.
all Scottish team. He's went for Gorham, Jardine, Jackson, Forsyth, Gregg, Durant, Barry Ferguson, Ian Ferguson, Johnston, McCoist, and Davy Cooper. Davy Cooper's 70th birthday today as well, mate.
It would have been, mate. Aye, hard to believe that. Hard to believe. Yeah. Aye. Did you have Derek Johnson on the bench, Albert?
No.
Wow. Remarkable. Remarkable.
The 2 Fergusons on the big, Derek and Barry. Try to be fair. Try to be fair, mate.
Aye. Colin Jackson, what was your memories of him, Albert? Colin Jackson. A successful
bomber.
career, long career raiser.
Aye, big bomber too. He waited years to get in the team as well. I mean, he's 17 years with the club or something like that, wasn't he? He waited a long time. He was a good player, big bomber. He was the first bomber, by the way. Good player, really good centre half. I liked him. I liked him a lot. Ronnie McKinnon kept him out for years, didn't he?
I think he played more football than you realise, mate. One of these guys, you know. 'Cause
He did, but it took him a long time to get in, to get into the team. But once he was in, he was in.
Colin Jackson, 519 appearances, mate. Made his debut 65-66. And really, up until 70-71, yeah, he'd only made, this is just league appearances, 18 appearances in 4 years as a young boy, because he was only, when he made his debut, he was only 19, so it was about 23. And then once he got in the team after that, 71, apart from the 72 season, 70, when I think he broke his leg, his ankle, wasn't it? And that's what kept him
Aye.
out of the Honours Cup team.
That's
And
right.
then,
Big DJ played in there.
he was a regular because, you know, his appearances went 34-24, obviously, after the broken ankle. He didn't have a lot the following season, 18-33, when we won the league at Easter Road. Then the treble winning team, 33. The next season, 30, 35, 23, 28, 29, 29 and 21. That's league appearances, just league appearances. Yeah, so he racked up 516 total appearances for his 3 substitute. You know, remarkable. Aye, Jackson, Colin Jackson, a right nice guy and a great servant at the club. That's when, you know, when a lot of people were. But I've got bad news for Ronnie. Bad news for Ronnie. Yeah? Place of birth, London.
Was it?
Aye. I suppose if we're doing that, technically Goff was born, I think, was he born in South Africa or Sweden?
Sweden.
Right. Well, we'll let them in because they all had Scottish caps. Would that be bend the rules? Would they have Willie Collum, Albert?
Aye. Dave for our teacher, Willie. He likes to bend the rules slightly.
Are you okay with that, Robert?
I'm fine with that because I was going to take Goff, but because he played for Scotland, I thought you might have said, no, he counts as Scottish, so I'll allow it.
I'm not
Dual
twisted.
citizenship.
I'm not twisted and bad as you try and make me out to be. Yeah.
Aye, you're, by the way. As a neutral observer, aye, you're.
I'll take a fifth.
Albert.
So, well, there's a quarter Jill going, I'll take a quarter Jill. He's taking the fifth, I'll take a quarter Jill. That'll do me.
You asked Mrs. Albert that question and she'll have a different answer.
She's always got a different answer, mate. She's very contrary when it comes to things, you know what I mean? She'll say, I say black, she'll say white.
Yes. Yeah, aye. Interesting.
You got a combined one, Ox?
Not even thought about it, mate. I just threw it your way.
Cop two, mate. It's a cop out.
Wow, a combined one. Oh, I think when I done my Rangers 11, I think I had Chris Woods as my goalkeeper, Gary Stevens as my right back, David Robertson as my left back, Terry Butcher and Richard Goff on my centre halves, and I couldn't believe it because Tam Forsyth wasn't in there. Yeah. Midfield, Gascoigne. Gascoigne, and because of his Rangers, it's like we didn't see the best of Souness, but if you take Souness at peak his powers, as a ball winner in there to get the ball and help Gascoigne play. Aye, but a guy for longevity, Ian Ferguson. And maybe the runners in there, and and you've not got guys like Baxter. Then up front, I would have a 2. I would have Derek Johnson and Alan McCoy at the peak of their powers playing up front. And Laudrup gone side to side, mate. Putting the ball in wherever he wanted. Yeah?
Aye, it's a fair enough team, mate.
Aye. Interesting. Well, you can't. There's no right answer, is there?
I had 5 of the European team, man. Mine, the European Cup team.
Aye. Interesting. Who did you find? I mean, it's everybody's. Fox loves Dave Smith. Dave Smith, one of Fox's heroes. Bridge thinks Baxter's the best Rangers player he's ever seen. It's hard, mate, to just get them in and go through the generations because you maybe can't compare. And then if you take the parts, and then I've done my team and I've not got Stephen Davis in it. Yeah, I think Stephen Davis is one of the most underrated football players that has ever played with our club, in my opinion. And then there's guys like I thought were Rolls Royces, never maybe one in the greatest team. Bobby Russell, for instance, yeah. Obviously got a good start to his career, but then the rest of the time we weren't in the best of places all better.
Aye, Bobby Russell was a nice player, man. A really nice player. Silky player, great football brain. Yeah, could do with some manure, but aye, definitely. As you pointed out, we can sit here for the rest of the night and the rest of the week try to work all this out, and you'd come up with 25, 30 different teams, every one of them possible. You go, aye, definitely. The 2 teams we picked, you wouldn't mind with any one of the two teams taken to the field. And you could do it all night long. It's just opinions, mate. It's just a wee bit of fun in it. But you think of this, I mean, I'm looking at the lists, you're going, Christ's sake, man, they were some players. They really were. It's mental if you think about it. I mean, Jim Baxter, I would say Baxter's probably the best player we ever had as well. And that's even with Gaza. I mean, he's good, if no better than Gaza. And that's some compliment, because Gaza was some player, so was Laudrup. Didn't like what Laudrup done at the end of his last year with Rangers, but apart from that, he's some player. But Gaza was something special. Then you're looking at Hateley, unbelievable, slow starter. You've got Bagheera was no mentioned as well. He was great fun. He was a great centre half. It's Queller as well. I thought Queller was one of the best defenders we've ever had.
One season we had him. 1 season.
Yeah, one season. I think he still holds the record of playing more in most games than any player we've ever had in one season.
Aye, Golson and Tab would have run him close, but it just shows you, yeah. Anyway, I think we've been joined by Josh. Evening, Josh.
Good evening, boys. All right?
How we doing?
Hey, Josh.
I'm all right. Aye, I was listening to the great discussion with the different teams. I've got my rest of the world Rangers and Celtic team, and I've wrote a wee quote if you want me to shout them out.
No, it's all right. We've done it, Josh. You're all right.
Oh, have you? Right, okay.
Carry on, mate. Carry on.
I was going to give you them anyway, so whatever you said. I'm not wasting my time out. Don't you worry about that.
Go on then. Rest of the world. You went for rest of the world.
Aye, rest of the world. Here we go. And no, it's amazing because I've seen the two lads. I've heard the two lads' team, and this is a different team again.
Right,
it's amazing.
I'm intrigued.
With the goalkeeper, Stefan Kloss, who took over for Andy Gorham. Right, I'm playing a 4-4-2, and I've got 5 subs. So the goalkeeper, Stefan Kloss. Right back, Kai Johansson. The first foreign player to score a winner against Celtic back in the 60s and 70s.
66.
66 Cup final replay, yeah?
Yep.
Centre back, Lorenzo Amoruso, the first Catholic captain of the club.
Whoa,
commanding.
Carry on.
Well,
no. By the way, that's fine, Josh. That's fine.
Is it? Well, it says it here.
Amo and Perini is 10 out of 10 for the, what do you call it, the Rangers scouting team, because they went into Italy and they found the only 2 Protestants in Italy and brought them to Rangers. I thought that was magnificent, mate. So big Amo.
We also done it in South America, mate, with Rosenfeld. Right, carry on, but just keep to about the nationalities, mate, yeah?
Personally, I love big Lorenzo Amoruso myself. Centre back, William, Carlos Cuellar. Left back, Arthur Newman.
Right, I think that's at the back 5. I think that's 3, the same as Robert. Am I right, Robert?
I had Amoruso and Newman starting. I had Queller on the bench.
Who did you have in goal?
And Kloss,
aye. So 3 at the back 5. Carry on, Josh.
Right mid, Brian Laudrup. Centre mid, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Centre mid, Rino Gattuso. Left mid, Jorg Alberts. Centre forward, Ronald De Boer. And up front with him, Shota Arveladze. My substitutes, God rest your soul, Fernando Rickson, Nacho Novo, Claudio Reyna, Sasa Papac, and Marco Negri. That's the Rangers team.
All right. Wow. Aye. By the way, Negri, forgot about him. If you just take him at peak his powers. Yeah. Don't know if he played that many games against them, right enough. But, aye. Good team, Josh. Good team.
Here's the Celtic team.
Rob?
I'll not go through all the rigmarole what I've done with the Rangers. I'll just tell you the name.
We're no interested in their team, mate. Robert, what do you think of Josh's team?
A strong team, Josh. A few guys in there that I've selected as well, mate, and a few that I didn't select it, missed out just because of either one, I forgot about them, or two, I just favoured somebody else. I mean, you picked Negri there. I've got Michael Moles in my squad and Rod Wallace, but aye, there's a lot of players there, mate, that you could pick and choose from. Depends how far back you go and how maybe if you've seen the players play, or you're of a generation where you just look at video footage and things and just hear stories about the players. But again, it shows you the quality we had as well through all the years.
All the years, all the decades and stuff, Robert. It's amazing. That's what I said when I come on the call. It's fantastic because for about 20 past 8. I mean, the amount of players that you could have picked was thousands and thousands and thousands.
Who was the best? Who was the best? And at the peak of their powers, Negri or Moles, because obviously for different reasons, they really burst onto the scene. Yeah, who was the best?
I'd have to say Michael Moles for me. Michael Moles. The two players that I looked up to personally was Ted McMinn and Davy Cooper. That was my two idols when I was growing up. That was my generation of players. Ted McMinn. I watched the 4-4 game, one of the best Old Firm games you'll ever see, in the mud, rain. That game was just fantastic, and they two were involved in it. It's fantastic. It was just fantastic. But I'd say Michael Moles. It has to be for me. Michael Moles.
I would say there were slightly different players all there. I would say that Moles was maybe the better player, but Negri, when they burst on the scene, was a level above as a finisher. Would that be fair, Albert?
Aye, Negri was a better finisher without a shadow of a doubt, mate. But Moles was the better player, better football player. So if you're just going for goal scorer, you're taking Negri all day long. If you're going for the combined, the football and the goals, I would take Moles. Moles was a cracking player. But like the one I forgot about altogether was a World Cup winner. We thought Josh picked him. Aye, Josh picked him. Forgot about him. Aye, a World Cup winner. No, I mean, he's a great wee player, Gattuso. Great player.
Aye.
I could have picked. I was going to pick Kuznetsov. Remember, he played for us.
Aye, big Kuznetsov.
He was we were unlucky there, mate. If you take just the three players you've mentioned, Josh, you never. Moles has been mentioned, Negri and Gattuso, and what happened to them in their first season? It's all bare. We've not had any luck ever, have we?
No. We didn't get the bet. We get some mileage out of Moles before he got injured, but we never get any mileage out of Kuznetsov at all, mate. It was his second game on it. He got injured.
Aye. I think it was. I think it was only 4 months we got Moles before it happened, mate.
Aye, that's right. A wee bit of mileage out of him.
That's right. And Albert, just before the tune, Mikhailchenko, I was doing some research on him as well. Remember he played for us, Mikhailchenko.
He was a brilliant player. Absolutely. See the thing about Mikhailchenko, if he played with Ukraine and he played in the middle of the park, and he destroyed England at Wembley, he practically single-handedly was destroyed. And we signed him no long after that. It might be in the following season, but we signed him. And where did we play him? Outside left. He was a central midfielder, and he was a superb central midfielder.
Absolutely.
He was one of the, he was a class player, mate. Absolutely. World class, not a cracking player. But that's where we played him. But we also signed the top goal scorer in Scotland once and played him at left back. Remember Redford? He was the top goal scorer of Scotland. We signed him in the first game for Rangers, left back.
Anyway, we've reached that time. Get yourself in mute because we're going to have a tune.
It started down in Flesher's Hall. They didn't even have a bar. Those 4 lads, they gave us all the Rangers we all love. Ibrox home to you and me. Our blue heaven, you will agree. 50,000 flock to see the Rangers we all love. The Saturday comes and the Bears will stroll along, shout and cheer and sing our songs. We don't care win, lose or draw, we're the greatest of them all. In this game they call football, it's Rangers we all love. Come on! Rangers fans the whole world o'er, all the loyal to the core, and support forevermore the Rangers we all love. Oh. The Saturday comes and the Bears will stroll along, shout and cheer and sing our songs. We don't care win, lose or draw, we're the greatest of them all. In this game they call football, it's Rangers we all love. Rangers fans the whole world o'er, all the loyal to the core, and support forevermore the Rangers we all love. Rangers fans the whole world o'er, all the loyal to the core, and support forevermore the Rangers we all love.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
What a number that is, all better, isn't it?
Aye, superb. Enjoy that one. I like that one.
Aye.
Hey, bagpipes or anything, it's good.
Robert?
It's a wee bit different. I like it. A wee bit different for the usual Foxes classic.
You take your biscuit sometimes, Robert.
Right. And the cookie crumbles, mate.
Aye.
I'll say the jokes.
Aye. Right, okay. Intrigued. Aye, Gattuso, World Cup winner. Did he in your team? Did you miss him, Robert?
No, mate, I didn't. I didn't select him. I did think about him, but I never selected him. I just went with the power of the other players that had been involved in kind of number of games and number of years. And again, just the quality. I know he's a World Cup winner, but I just went for who I thought would be better in there. Certainly bring some bite into midfield, that's for sure.
No, I think you get the man of the match, the European Cup final. I know. I think it was at Old Trafford, wasn't it? Was it AC versus Juventus? I can't remember. I think it was two Italian clubs. Might be right. Might be dreaming all that. I think he did.
Is that a Champions League you're talking about?
Aye.
Aye.
I think he did.
I can't remember.
I'll check it. Aye. Oh, good team, Josh. Good team. Do you think your team would beat Albert's team?
It'd be close. It'd be good to see them lining up, wouldn't it? In person and see. I mean, the players that I never even picked was Craig Moore and Andre Chelsea. So what a fantastic player he was. He was as well. He was a fantastic player, Andre Chelsea. I think he won like 6 trophies in 4 years with us as well. Something like that. And he was only here 4 years or something. But I would love to see my team, Robert's team, your team, and Albert's thingy's team lining up in a wee semi-final. See who gets through to the final. See who would win. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be brilliant.
Aye.
Aye. Well, I suppose someday.
One of your three teams. One of your three teams is playing me in the final anyway. I know that.
I'd be winning, so I don't know who would be second. I'd be getting through to the all-time Champions League.
If your team was playing, it depends who the referee was, Albert.
Oh, definitely. Right. I'd have a rammy, by the way. I'd be in the jail, by the way. I'd get lifted right out the dugout. But hey, two of my team were in a world picked twice for a world select when they were playing, by the way. It wasn't the old codgers, it was when they were playing. Two of my team. So there's another wee stat for you in my favour.
Billy Henderson and Jim Baxter.
Aye. Henderson, Baxter, world 11.
Put you in the spot then. Who was it better, Henderson or Johnson?
Oh, Henderson, to my mind, was a better player, definitely. Henderson, in my mind, never gets the recognition he gets when you're talking about Rangers in general. Wee man's there every home game as well, but he's a brilliant player. Brilliant player. He was unfortunate that wee trumpet Jimmy Johnson was hanging about at the time, but Henderson was a better player than Jimmy Johnson by a distance, mate, in my opinion.
Before our time, Robert.
Right, well before my time. Just before your time, mate, I think, wasn't it? Just.
Long before.
He's not counting his Borstal years now. Counting his Borstal years, it's right spot on. Right at his time, mate.
Oh, no, you might be right there.
Here's another one, Josh's team. I was in his subs, Papic. There's an unsung hero as well. He's a great player, wasn't he?
Aye, Sasa Papac. I like Sasa Papac. He was brilliant. But I'm going down the list. Basil Bowley, remember him? Basil Bowley and all that.
Do you know what I mean? Do you remember do you know what I mean? My binding memory of Basil Bowley is chasing a balloon in Ibrox, trying to catch a balloon out the air in Ibrox about the pitch. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
That's how I'm laughing.
I don't think he was great for us, was he?
No, he wasn't. No. He wasn't good.
Albert?
They says to him when were you born? They said in the summer. What about a Crocodile Dundee about him? He didn't have a birth certificate. No, he never done it. He never done anything for us. It was remember the boy Waddle for Sheffield Wednesday. I had to talk to him once in a European game because we wanted to play him at right back, and he was greeting his face, and it was him that spoke to him because he played with Marseille. He come down and says, "Manager wants to play, just play there," and that's the reason he played. I remember that boy Waddle. What's his first name? That boy? Is it Glenn Waddle?
Chris
Waddle.
Waddle.
Glenn Waddle. Chris Waddle. I remember that story he was telling. Chris Waddle.
Basil Bowley, I mean, obviously the pedigree and that, but when he came to us, it just didn't work out, did it? You know?
No, it didn't. It didn't. It just didn't work out. I know. He was a European Cup winner at that time. I know. In fact, we got in the following season, didn't
he was in that Marseille team, yeah.
Aye, he played the same Marseille team. It cheated us, remember?
Aye, he played that team, man.
It's another story for another day. Walter Smith said, "No, we don't want to replay that game." We're always saying, "Aye, we do." No, we don't want to do that.
Another cheating incident that we have to put up with and live with. Pathetic. So it is.
Aye.
I mean, the referees in Scotland need, I don't know, hung and quartered. I mean, the amount of
they just need Josh. They just need sacked. The whole Vipers nest of them should be cleaned out, mate. Cleaned it and just sacked them. That's what they need, sacked and kicked out the game. That's how bad they are, mate.
And we'll get it this weekend as well. There's going to be. There always is. Going to be. And that mob appealing against the Christie. I mean, they nearly chopped the guy's Eremath. And he's wanting to appeal.
Well,
You see the video? Yeah.
We've all done things like that on the football pitch, mate, right? But the problem is, mate, if you lift your horns, you're liable to get sent off. Yes, and he lifted his horns. But in saying that, maybe he didn't know the rules, because if you kick somebody in the head, Albert, usually you get sent off, don't you?
All bets are off, mate. As soon as they'd made that decision and Colm come out and justified it, all bets are off. That's it. There is no refereeing. There's no rules. It's just you do what you want. Take your chances. And if you're the flavour of the month, which they usually are, they'll manipulate the rule to justify what you just did, what they've done with the trust they carry on against us. It's crazy, mate. Crazy, crazy stuff. But they've got themselves into this mess, mate. I bet they'll come out and try and blame everything. They got themselves into it, mate. If these referees are intimidated, for example, and they are, we know they are, with certain clubs support, if these referees don't complain about it and bring the authorities into this, I don't just mean the SFA, I mean the police and things like that, and just say, look, I'm getting threatened here, this is out of order, and they do something about it, you'll never get it improved, because they've realised across the city, just keep intimidating these clowns, and it's worked. I mean, you can't say it's not worked, it's worked. So at the end of the day, you can't do that to the referees. Well, no matter how bad they are, you can't go to their houses and into their private lives and start all this carry on. That's just not acceptable, mate. But at the end of the day, they're the ones who can stop it. They're the only ones who can stop it by highlighting it to the proper authorities and the papers. And the papers need to play their part. They need to keep, but they only do it for one set of supporters. They'll not do it for the mob that causes all the problems. Anyway, they've turned their hatred towards each other. They're having a great time. They're hating each other and fighting each other. It just shows you the calibre of support you're talking about now, mate. They're making a complete and utter fool of themselves, and they're showing you what they're all about. So you look at the state of Scottish football, and they brought it on themselves. I know we're getting off the subject. We're talking about teams here, but I've no sympathy for them, mate. None whatsoever.
All right. Anyway, we've been joined by Billy. Evening, Billy.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
Hi, Billy.
Ethan Billy.
All right. I've seen you, the Rangers team rocks. You know that?
Yes.
Listen. Wait till you see what I've got for you, mate. You know, you talk about mouthwaters. My goodness. We have been blessed with some absolutely top-notch, world-class football players over the years, mate. Honestly. I've sat there, you know, I've got Oaks. I've got... You'll get a wee chuckle yourself. I've got 6, no fewer than 6 rest of the world, right? And I've got a Scottish team that, honestly, what man you want to hear first?
We'll take your Scottish team, mate.
A Scottish team, mate, right? It's a 3-5-2 Ox, right? And my goalkeeper is the late Andy Gorham. My back three is Sandy Jardine, Richard Gough, and John Gregg. My midfield 5, right? Right? Oh, teddy bears, every one of them, all blue noses. Ian Durrant, Barry Ferguson, Derek Ferguson, Ian Ferguson, and the late great David Cooper. That midfield itself, I wouldn't even tell. I'd just say, right, sort it out yourselves, boys. You're out and shows what you can do. And my 2 strikers are Super Ali and your big favourite Ox, Derek Johnston. My subs in that Scottish team would be Graham Souness, Maurice Johnson, David Robertson.
Sorry, mate, you broke up there. Albert,
Listen, I've got to play wee move just for what he done today.
Wait, you were fine right up there. Did you take a blast of glue or something there, man? Mo Johnston, what's happening here?
He's on the bench. He's on the bench, Albert, right?
It should be under the bench. But anyway, go for it.
Hey, Maurice Johnston, right? Hey, listen, just for what he done to Celtic, right? Because I love that. That's a dagger that will never be removed from their hearts, and fine, you know it. And Davy Robertson, brilliant player. I love Hugh Burns and all at right back. The big Ribena man, Al McLaren, Big Joyce, Tam Forsyth, And who can forget Ted McMahon, the Tin Man? That'd be my subs.
I'm speechless. Speechless. Listen, he was no bad player, and he was good for us, and he made them suffer. I get that. Right. Well, one of your rest of the world teams.
Right, Ox, I'll tell you what I'll do then, mate, right? I've got team 1 to team 6, right? You can choose what team you want. 1 to 6,
One.
mate, and I'll read it out to you.
One.
Team 1, right? It's a 4-4-2. Charbonnier in goals. Gary Stevens at right back.
Good job.
Big John Pierre Boomsong, centre half. Carlos
Good
Queller at centre half. Sasa Papach. My midfield is Gaza, Laudrup, Van Bronckhorst, Claudia Reyna, and my 2 strikers is Mikey Moles and Marco Negri.
Who was the better out of the two, Billy? We asked the question earlier on.
Mikey Moles for me, mate. Mikey Moles. Listen, I love the two of them, Ox. I love Big Negri, I know. You know, the goals he scored in the start of his Rangers career was incredible. You and Ronnie went on, you know, but I really think that, and this is just my opinion, lads, right? I just think that if Michael Moles hadn't get done in Germany with Oliver Kahn, and he done him by the way in Germany, I don't care what they say. He done Michael Moles that night. I always remember we had the woodwork twice earlier. I think Van Bronckhorst hit the post in the second half, and we hit the post in the front half, the first half. And I believe, mate, that if Michael Moles hadn't got injured, we would have won that tournament that year. I really do. That Rangers team was honestly.
We had to win that game. We were there to get through, didn't we?
Aye, that's
Have I
right.
missed a player? Have I missed a player in both of your teams, by the way? I've only got 10 players in each of your teams. I've only got 10 players. Well, I must have missed a player in both teams. I've got this team: Charbonnier, Stevens, Boonsong, Queller, Papach, Gaza, Laudrup, Van Bronckhorst, Rayner, and Moles.
Aye.
And if you get Negri. Moles and Negri.
Aye. 4-4-2. Aye.
I missed one in your other team then, I know. Who have I missed in your other team?
Team 1 it was, wasn't it? No, sorry, my Scottish
team.
Aye, your
It's a
Scottish
3-5-2 all there.
Aye, so it was Gorham, Jardine, Goff, Gregg, Durant, Barry, all the 3 Fergusons, Ali and DJ.
And David Cooper.
Cooper on the right.
Cooper. So saying he's playing 10-10. This is good now.
His team was that good.
Anyway.
His team was that good.
Subs.
My subs in that the Scottish team.
No, the Hingby team, the number 1 of your 6. But you're just going to say team 2's my subs.
Listen, you could get through them all. I'll be honestly. Right, and I'm not joking, mate. Honestly, I'm honestly, see if I've seen that, right? I just had what a laugh I had to myself. You know, I've looked at midfielders. I mean, we've got, you know, I'll just bounce a few names round about. Trevor Stevens, Ray Wilkins, Michael Arteta, Jonas Kern, Tugai, Fernando Gattuso, Mendes, you know, Stephen Davis, you know, unbelievable. The players we've had early years, guys. It's absolutely brilliant to watch it, to reminisce all the players, you know.
Jonas Kern, mate, scored one of the best goals against them. Robert, I don't know if you've ever seen it, mate. Yeah. Jonas Kern's goal against them. Have you ever seen it, Robert?
I have not, mate, but I'll be sure to look it out.
Yes, 1998. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was when we were going for 10, I'm sure, that season, Ox, was it no?
Yes, we'd signed him, big reputation, top player. came in and he was injured for the majority of the season. I think he left after that. Might have retired. He scored a goal that day. I'm going to say around about April '98 or something. What a hit. What a hit.
There's a
We beat them
question.
twice in a week. We beat them twice in a week, Robert. We 1-0.
Well, hopefully beat them twice in a week and win something this season. But there's a question,
Yep.
mate, just when you said about one of the best goals. What's the best goal you've seen score against them? If it's not that one that you've just talked about, the best one you've seen.
Well, for technique and all that, that one would be up there. That one would be up there, mate. I think it was a better hit than the Wilkins hit, Olber.
Aye, that was a good goal. Wilson's goal. Aye, Turner was a great goal. So was Big Conman. Remember Big Conman? But I was just remembered one. The driver of Cup, Davy Cooper. If you remember that one.
Aye, but a flick, 1979, mate.
Flick,
Keep you happy.
Aye, flick.
You must have
Aye, flick other people's seeds.
I'll tell you another one, Poops. Sorry, Ox, I'll tell you another cracker, by the way. A goal, and he scored at Ibrox into the Celtic end, by the way, and he nearly lifted the nets. I was going to swear there, by the way. He nearly lifted the nets right in aside him. You remember Jamie Nessie's screamer? His left foot
Aye,
for the edge of the boat.
The cup tie. Aye, the cup tie. That was the last time we played them at Ibrox, the Scottish Cup tie. I think we'll be enjoying with Bob J. Evening, Bob J.
You sure have. Good evening, everyone. I'm loving all the nostalgia. It's brilliant. Absolutely 100% class. Great. Fantastic. But if I can pinpoint it to one player that was my hero, was the great Jim Baxter. I've never seen a finer player in a Rangers jersey. I know about Loudrope and Gascoigne and Ray Wilkins, etc. We can't about them all. You've just quoted them all. But Jim Baxter was the finest player I've ever seen in a Rangers strip. Without a doubt. I can remember the very day that Baxter broke his leg in Vienna. And David Wilson had said in an interview that Baxter was on the touchline with the ball and the 90 minutes had come and gone, and David Wilson shouted, "Jimmy, pass it inside to me, the game's finished." But nah. Baxter had to take this guy on one more time, the Yugoslav called Skocic, and he lunged at Baxter and broke his leg. It's a lovely ankle. And I believe if Jim Baxter had went into the quarter-finals that year, we went out to Inter Milan, the quarter-finals that year. Never some side at that time, but I believe that Jim Baxter, he was so good at the time, could have carried us through that. You'll never know. That's hypothetical. But Jim Baxter was my hero all those years ago.
Aye.
I'll tell you how good he was, Ox. Rangers had a player called Billy Stevenson. He was a left half as well. And he went down to Liverpool and he stuck out the Liverpool. Stuck out. In fact, I think on a few occasions he was actually Bill Shankly made him captain of Liverpool. He was a wonderful player. But he could never get near the Rangers first team for Jim Baxter. Never. So that just shows you the calibre of the man.
Aye, definitely, mate. Baxter for me as well. Just a great player. Attitude stunk, but he was an absolute brilliant player, no doubt about it. He just knew it. He was better than everything on the park, and he knew it. Why not? He's that arrogance about him. He was fantastic. But I was a wee boy when I remember him, but it still sticks in your memory, clear in your memory. The boy Stevenson, I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I don't remember. I remember the name. But how many times did he play for Rangers? Do you remember, Bob?
Oh, he didn't play for Rangers a lot, as I say, with Baxter commanding the number 6 jersey at the time. But Liverpool came in for a bid for him. They must have seen the quality in the boy, and they took him down. And he played regularly for them every week. If you check it, Billy Stevenson played a lot of times for Liverpool. And that's when the Shankly team was coming to the fore, when Ian St John and Roger Hunt and all them were playing. And Stevenson fitted that glove at left half. Chris Lawler and all they guys, they were, Tommy Lawrence was the goalkeeper. And that was the beginning of the Liverpool era in England. The Shankly era anyway. And Stevenson went in there and what a player it was. But he couldn't get near Slim Jim. There was a top Italian manager at the time. He managed at Milan, was called Helenio Herrera. And he would have paid you any money to get Baxter out of Italy to play for Inter Milan. But Baxter, nah, I'm staying in Scotland. Well, he didn't stay in Scotland, actually. You want to know he went down to Sunderland and Nottingham Forest and that. No, it didn't work. He didn't look after himself. You're right, Oxy, the attitude stunks. But what a player. One of the finest players this country's ever produced. He's up there with the best of them. Maybe the best of them. That's how highly I rated him, anyway. Yep.
72 appearances
Still
Stevenson
say-
had for Rangers.
17.
You might find
72.
it was. That's
72.
league appearances, 106 in total, mate.
Mhm.
Yeah. They substitutes. One goal. Started as an 18-year-old, made his debut at 18.
No bad, eh?
Can I just add a player in? My granddad's just texted me, and he says there was a fantastic player. I think one of you old boys all know him. What was his name? Jimmy Miller.
Jimmy Miller was a great player.
He scored 162 goals in 317 appearances between 1955 and 1967. Signed from Dunfermline for £5,000. He won 11 major trophies, including 3 league titles, 5 Scottish Cups, 3 League Cups, forming a famous partnership with Ralph Brand. That was my granddad that just texted me there. So
I'll be honest with you, Josh. I think every Rangers supporter should be able to name that team.
Oh. Richie Shearer, Carter, Greg McKinnon, Baxter, Henderson, McMillan, Miller, Brandon Wilson. Or Scott McMillan, Miller, Brandon Wilson.
You have to polish your stuff up when you come on there. Even young Robert would have got that, Robert, wouldn't he?
Eventually, maybe correctly. Eventually.
Did you know McMillan was Did you know McMillan was a part-time player?
You McMillan, architect, wasn't he?
Aye.
Architect. The wee Prime Minister. There's a guy who'll get in the Scottish team and his goal scoring record will be a wee push for him to get into the Hall of Fame. We tried everything. And he was victim of the Berwick result. His record in goal scoring is pretty impressive. Jim Forrest.
Yep. I remember you saying. You read that? What is it? 164 games or something? Is it 164? Something like that. Many goals, mate. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And the guys knowing should be on that board. No bother, should be on that board.
I agree, mate. And we're in Southside. We tried really hard, mate. They contacted him for the manner he's building it.
I was way Southside when he spoke to what do you call him? Your pal, Denny's chairman at the time.
John Gilligan.
John Gilligan. I was there when he spoke to him, and he said, "We'll look at it. We'll look at it."
We tried that one. But I'm just going to look up Jim Forrest's appearances and what his record was. It might frighten you. Robert. But some great players. Great players. Jim Forrest. Drumchapel amateurs, he signed for. There you go. Huh? That's when Scotland produced football players. Huh? Jim Forrest.
Real football players.
166 starts, Robert. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No substitute appearances. Most of the 4 subs. 146 goals.
Wow.
Ox, see that record there, mate? That is different class, by the way. And I'll tell you something now. I'm actually quite disappointed in Glasgow Rangers there. I was just listening to what you were saying there, how that man's won that Hall of Fame for that record. Rangers should be ashamed of themselves there. Whatever boys have been through at the pram or whatever the problem is, that needs to get resolved, because it's not about that. It's about football ability and scoring goals and appearances for Glasgow Rangers. That is different class. But I'll tell you one thing. That man is in my Hall of Fame. That man, Jim Forrest, I'll tell you that right now. That is fantastic.
Many years is that over? Hawks?
He's made his debut in November '62, and his last game was the Berwick Rangers game. That I don't even have to tell you the date there.
No. Some record.
Hawks.
Yes, mate.
See Jim Forrest. I think Jimmy Miller picked up an injury, and he came in and immediately had an effect for a goal-scoring record like that. Is it no ironic that Berwick was 1967, right? The Scottish Cup, am I right? You can prove that, I'm sure I'm right. And there's no ironic that Rangers reached a European final without a recognised striker.
Yes, correct, mate. Correct. Right. He never played for us after Berwick, mate. His first full season.
I'm in Dandy McLean.
Aye, I'm in George McLean with the Fall Guys. The first full season, Robert, that he made 39 appearances and he scored 39 goals. His second season, he started 50 games and scored 56 goals.
Remarkable. Remarkable. As Billy says, to think that he's not in the Hall of Fame is, wow. With their records alone, their numbers, their goals, you'd expect that to be one of the names to be doing in that era straight away, just hearing that.
Jim Forrest went to Aberdeen and continued scoring goals.
He left us for Preston, then ended up at Aberdeen, didn't he?
He ended up at Aberdeen. He still continued scoring goals.
Bob Gerrard,
Fantastic player.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Bob Gerrard. I did see what you just said there, mate. You blew some stew off the top of my brain there. See, I didn't know Rangers went to that European final without a recognised striker. I didn't know that. But see, when you look back now, mate, right? See, when you look back now, to then to the new, right? That how many clubs can say? How many football clubs out there can say that they've went to a European final not once, but twice without a recognised striker? Yeah, without a forward. Twice we've done it because we've done it with then when you're speaking about, and we also done it when we went to Seville.
Aye. But
there's no many clubs can say they've done it
Morelos
twice.
was injured. No, there isn't. But Morelos was injured at Seville as well, more recently. But the 67 final was a huge disappointment to Rangers because that lot had won in Lisbon the previous week. And we went into that final with Roger Hines at centre forward and a team of midfield players. I'll give you that team. It was Martin Johansson, Proven, Jardine, an 18-year-old Jardine, McKinnon, Gregg, Wally Henderson, Alex Smith, Roger Hines, Dave Smith, and Wally Johnson. That was that team. And Big Hines, I'm not blaming the big man. I mean, he did his best that night, but he wasn't a centre forward. He was a right back. He was introduced to Rangers as a right back. And Scott Simon put him at centre forward for physical purposes that night, and it never worked. That was the days before subs as well. And Jimmy Miller was sitting in the stand that night. There you go. That was his sort of a swan song. That was his last season with Rangers, I believe, if I'm not wrong. He moved on to Dundee United along with Davy Wilson. But, aye, great day. It's just a pity we couldn't have won that cup. We could have and should have won it, but we didn't. Hey-ho.
Extra time, mate.
Yeah.
Extra time against the Bayern Munich team that were only up.
Franz Roth, the second half of extra time, mate. Rangers were out on their feet. Aye, I mind you that. But I was only a young boy. I was 16, I think, and I was so disappointed that night. I remember crying that night when Rangers lost that final. But there you go. That's a long time ago. If you
actually look in YouTube, there's some highlights in there. In the 90 minutes, we were unlucky. Yeah.
They were. Seth Meyer kept us out that night. Kept us out that night. But hey, we come back and Wally Johnson ran the legs off him in 72 and we went to the final and won in Barcelona. And that's a player that doesn't get mentioned a lot with Rangers. Well, he does get mentioned a lot with Rangers, but I hear all the boys quoting their squads tonight and their teams. Great, brilliant. But I never heard the name Wally Johnson.
Oh, you did.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Oh, he's in my team, mate. He's in my team.
Oh, that's
Henderson
great.
and
You Albert. Well
Johnson.
done, Paul. Well done.
Baxter's
Fantastic
in there,
player.
I know, mate.
Aye. Willie Johnson could cross the ball with both feet, he could dribble, he could tackle, and he could header a ball. And he's worth a lot more than some of the present day players are playing it. And I'm talking about with the biggest club. Willie Johnson was a fantastic player. I met him in Kirkcaldy, and I read his book. He says to me, "Hey, said you can more about me and what I do." So, aye. I met him in Kirkcaldy one night. What a nice guy. And quick, by God. They're going a bit pace in today's game. Willie Johnson had it in abundance. He had everything. Except that temperament. He got to sell a lot of bother.
But what a
few red
gentleman.
cards, didn't he, mate?
What an absolute gentleman. What an absolute gentleman.
Aye. You Willie Johnson?
Aye.
Oh, aye. Aye, he was a nice guy, Willie Johnson. He was all right. 16 red cards in Scotland, I believe. I don't know how many he picked up in England, but he picked up 16 here.
I think he had 21.
And the rest
I think he had 21 red cards.
What is Willie Johnson and Bridgman got in common? Anybody?
Same age.
Both born in Maryhill.
Aye. However, a lot of people thought Willie Johnson.
I thought he was. Sorry, mate. Go for it.
A lot of people thought Willie Johnson was a fifer, wasn't he? He was in the Powder Hall sprint, wasn't he? He hailed from Maryhill, born in Maryhill, Willie Johnson.
I thought you were going to say both of them had a purse. I thought you said the two of them had a purse.
He played for Lahore Welfare in the Fife League. Fantastic player.
I tell you what, if a drinks out of Willie Johnson, if I do a Bridgman,
Aye.
That's if we were the night we had to pledge his company. That's if we could get him and folks to stop going out for a fag.
No matter with Maryhill. Nothing no matter with Maryhill. I was born in Summerston.
Hear the silence. That's the biggest silence tonight, apart from Billy's Bo Johnson.
Billy's what?
Billy's Bo Johnson. Oh, aye, we digress, but aye, listen, some fabulous teams. Have you checked that goal out, Robert?
No, yet, mate. I'll do it after the show and I'll get back to you.
All right, okay. Aye. Who do you think would win, Albert? If you had to pick, have you been swayed, or you stick with your own team?
Oh, I'm sticking with my team, mate. I'm sticking with my team all day long, mate. That's the day. There's some brilliant players in the other teams. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but we'll win. We'll definitely win. I'm saying who will be playing in the final? Put that, man. Gorham, Jardine, Weir, Goff, Robertson, Baxter, Dave Smith, Souness, Steen, Willie Johnson, Willie Henderson, Subs, Durant, Derek Ferguson, McCoy, Gregg, Cooper, Brand, Miller, Brown, and Barry Ferguson.
Oh. Yeah, me. Why we know we are successful than we actually are. And that would take about a day. Come on, Rangers, you need a trophy this year.
It's frightening the players we've had, honestly. What about Claudia Caniggia and all? I mean, he came to Rangers at the end of his career after he'd won World Cups and all that with Argentina. I mean, I think he signed. Did we no sign him for Dundee?
Aye,
Aye.
Right.
Another World Cup,
right, listen, lads. Listen, lads. If you're all going to talk at work, it doesn't work, right? And just wait to hear your name, right? Bob Chair, then Albert.
Claudio Caniggia was a very angry man when McLeish let him go. Very angry man. Claudio Caniggia loved playing for Rangers, and he was very, very fit. Very fit boy. You could have got another season out of him, no bother. And he was, as you say, he was a World Cup player, Argentina international great player. I mean, when Sutton done him in the cup final, when we beat them when Barry Ferguson ran the legs. Well, the Rangers team ran the legs off him that day. The day with the loving crown skier. And Canadian was a wonderful player. Aye, definitely. He was the strike force along with Gabriel Batistuta, I think, for Argentina in the World Cup. Great player.
Albert?
Another World Cup, I was just saying, another World Cup winner. That's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it?
Don't think he won the World Cup, did he? Didn't you?
Aye, I think he did, didn't he?
I think he got to the final. I'm not sure if it was in the 86 team. I'll check that out, mate. He definitely had a big part to play in Italian 90. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought he won a World Cup medal. Yeah, there you go.
No, but I'm not sure if he was in the 86 team. Yeah.
I don't
think he was in the team with Maradona, was he no? Was he no in the team with Maradona?
That was the Italian 90 team, mate. But they get beat in the final by Germany.
Germany?
Oh, it was a runner-up, 1990, sorry, mate.
Aye. Well, to be pedantic about it, West Germany, mate, yeah.
Aye, yep.
That's when Bremer scored with the penalty, aye. 1990, Italian 90. Aye. Stefan Givas was a World Cup winner.
Yeah. 1994 World Cups he played in all, but he wasn't in the 86 team.
No.
Aye.
Maradona only won one World Cup.
Aye. Aye. It was only been 1986 team, never made it, yeah.
Great player, but great player.
Oh.
When we signed him for Dundee, you're like, what are we doing here, man? He's done, he's finished. Till we actually seen him play, you're like, oops,
no.
That was a mistake.
Super fat.
Aye.
If I'm not wrong, did he not get a... I don't like mention this, but it's a fact for the boy. Did he play with Sampdoria in Italy? Atalanta. He got done stupidly got for drugs, and they got rid of him. And somehow he made his way to Scotland to sign for Dundee. He were a fair side at that time, but Rangers stepped and snapped him up. And the rest of history, the boy was a great player.
Right, what team wins the night, Billy? What are you thinking?
Oh, my team, my Scottish team, my starting 11's winning. I just picked that one because I know. Obviously, you've got your own thoughts, and Albert's got his thoughts with the players they're seeing. Like, I only seen Jim Baxter, on videos and all that, mate, growing up. I never seen Jim Baxter playing, but I know how good Jim Baxter was, But I'm only going with the players I seen live early years growing up, But if you were saying to me, who could I take out that Rangers team to put Jim Baxter in? It'd be a hard one, wouldn't it? With that five in the midfield. But I'm sure I would need to make hard decisions, isn't it? But I'm sure I could. I'd maybe take, let's see, who did I have? I'd maybe take Derek Ferguson out it. And I would put in Slim Jim. If you were asking me to take one out. But I would keep the rest the same.
I don't think Derek would be insulted at that. Yeah, I mean that in the nicest possible way. I mean, when Derek Ferguson came into the team, the Rangers team, he played the game differently than Barry. Yeah, he played a different kind of game for Barry. Yeah, and if I'm being honest, he's a boy that maybe never fulfilled his potential. Derek, yeah, because he was
that's right. Derek Ferguson was a fantastic football player. I love watching Derek Ferguson. And you're bang on the money there, Ox. If he ever listens to this, which I didn't think he will, sorry, Fergie, but listen, you're getting drapped for Jim Baxter, so that tells you weren't a bad football player, Fergie.
It's no insult. It's no insult. All there, is it?
No, I'm looking at that team. You could have wrapped the three of the Fergusons and just put Baxter in there as far as I'm concerned. He'd have covered the three of them, mate. Aye, it's fair enough, mate. It's fair enough. I like Derek Ferguson and all. I thought he was a real. I've got my preference, Barry or Derek. I thought Derek was a better player. Personally speaking, I thought Derek was a better player. But he had that shoulder injury. Remember, his shoulder kept popping at him, and he never really felt his potential. That was Durant. Him and Durant, they broke into the team around about the same time, then. Great players, they two, and they broke in. Young boys.
A 16-year-old, mate.
That's right. I remember having we were getting beat with Celtic at Ibrox, and they two come on late on in the game and just completely and utterly changed the game. Two of them are brilliant players. Durant especially. I mean, see, did he take the injury he took? What would he end up doing? Man? We'd have struggled to hold on to Durant.
Albert, do you know what my dad said? Do you know what my dad's, God rest my father, you know what my father says about Ian Durant, right? My old man seen Baxter, right? And all the old Rangers teams. My dad, I'll never forget my old man's words, right? And I'll no swear when he says it, right? He says, Ian Durant was the most naturally gifted Scottish midfield player he had ever seen until that he shattered his knee up at Aberdeen. That was my old man's words. And my old man seen some great Rangers players, but that was my old man. That's how highly my dad rated Ian Durant.
Oh, Durant.
And also remember,
Durant's a class.
You know, I don't know if this story's true or no, but there was when Souness was at the helm at Rangers and was the manager of Rangers, and he had Derek Ferguson and Ian Durant playing in the middle of the park. I'm sure this was the rumour that was going about at the time. Kenny Dalglish was doing it at Liverpool, and Kenny Dalglish says, how much for Ian Durant and Derek Ferguson? And Souness words were to him was, not for sale. That just shows you how highly Graham Souness and Kenny Dalglish rated day two Rangers players, you know? If that's true. Fantastic football players, mate. Honestly, fantastic.
It's one of the problems, and I'll take this to the three younger guys, myself, Robert, and Josh, right? It's one of the problems when you're looking at the SNU is they're talking about all these players, and obviously we're Tuso and we're putting in with Canadian world players, guy that made the mark in the world game. But when you look at it, if you think of the players that Scotland used to produce, and it's just not happening, is it no sad, Robert?
It is, mate. It's evolved, but evolved the wrong way. It's went backwards. I mean, as you said there's many a great young fit players that have came through at a young age, played at first team level, went on to progress their careers. Whereas now they get to the Rangers or Celtic, they kind of get a breakthrough, and their career goes elsewhere, and you don't really hear much of them again. They find it tough to try and break through somewhere, and that's just, again, it sums up the state of Scottish football. We always say we need more of our own, and I'm sure other clubs will say the exact same. They need more of their own homegrown talents through their youth systems and whatever else is in place. We're not getting them. We're not getting them at all, mate. And that, again, just shows you the state that Scottish football's in, that we can't produce. I'm not even saying we need a handful. We can't even get one or two that really push on through anywhere. So it's a sad indictment, mate.
Gosh.
I agree with Robert. I think it's just a sad state of affairs. The impetus is just on foreign players, bring the foreign players in. I mean, this is probably why we're in the state we're in now, because there's no many players that identify what Glasgow Rangers is. And as we've all said it, the mindset is just go from one game to another and no bother. But they don't know that you need to win and you need to give 110%. And half of the players in the park now don't give 110%, whereas the old players that we've rattled off, every single one of them, Scottish-based players, gave 110%, blood, sweat and tears. And that's the difference, Fox. The club's in a very bad state of affairs because there's no Scottish talent getting pumped through. There is, but they're letting them go, or the players decide, or their agents decide. You have no chance to get in there, wee man. You have no chance. because there's foreigners coming right, left and centre. Not just for us, for them across the road and everywhere, all through Europe. So, I mean, it is sad. It's as Robert says, it's a sad indictment of the state of our football now, that we don't see any Scottish blood. And it'd be good to see them, a Scottish player, coming on the park and making it. But there's no chance, not a chance. No while you're getting your foreigners and like Shukamani and all these players coming.
It's not even just foreigners as well, Josh. You look at prime examples, Mikey Moore and Judy Magoma, both on loan, both young boys that we've took from English clubs because they've been through, Mikey Moore particularly has been through the Spurs Academy. So we're asking a young boy who, at the very start of the season, let's be fair, we thought, why are we bringing this guy up rather than somebody from our own? We've not got them.
And Robert,
that's
Robert, we've got a young guy called Curtis who scored the winner against St Mirren and all that kind of stuff. The guy is decent. The young guy Curtis is decent. Give him a chance. I don't agree with like further progressing other people's talent and then getting them back. That's filthy to us. I'd rather get somebody like Curtis and give him a good run of games. Do you know what I mean?
I don't disagree, mate, that he's got the potential myself, but again, it shows you that our club think that there's a better quality of a youth player down south than there is in Scotland, even at our own club. Again, it comes back to the Scottish football roots.
He's not getting a chance because he's not been given a chance because of Mikey Moore. Do you know what I mean? So,
what nationality is Magoma? What nationality is Magoma?
He's English, mate. He plays for England. He plays for England under 20s, mate. So I don't know if he was born in England. I'll check it out, mate. Yeah, but I think the point is, Josh, if you park Curtis, if you just park Curtis and don't get into the Moore Curtis debate, the point is, I think the people at Winner Club will maybe come in and went, wait a minute, we've got all this academy here, and some people have started leaving, and you might see new people coming in. What have they actually produced? What are they doing? Meant to be getting the best talent within reason in the door and all the different age groups and develop. Now, you're not going to get the class of 92 that is they talk about at Manchester United might be a one-off, one in a generation, one in 50 years. But if you're getting a player into your first team every 1-2 years who are coming through your academy, and regular first teamers, I don't mean just in the first team, a regular first teamer, that's a success. We've been nowhere near it, and it's a sad indictment the people we employed to do that, because that's been their task, isn't it?
Their job, mate, but they're not doing it. One of the, I mean, we could go and run this roundabout before, and we keep going and run it. But one of the things you got to understand is this modern game, and it's been going and changing for the last 25 years, is that the actual natural ability and natural style of play is a thing of the past now. It's this chess game that they play in modern day football, and it doesn't suit the Scottish mentality, mate. That's what I believe. We've always produced tricky wingers and decent midfielders and things like that, who some of them are mavericks, some of them are you just got to let them go. Entertainers, that's the type of football we like. But this modern day stuff is just all this regimental stuff, and it doesn't suit Scottish players. Never has, never will. It's not in our mentality to do it, mate. We can't maintain it. Look, the Italians and Germans and all that, it's just second nature to them. It's not to us. But if you put us in as Dick Average used to say when he was a Holland manager, if you're going to play Scotland a one-off game, he says and you had something to prove. He says that's the nation I would back every time, Scotland. He says, but if you take them into a league programme, no, we'll never do it. They've not got that mentality there. And I believe that. And that's why we're not getting the talent through, because you're not disciplined enough to get through. It's not just about we are ignoring them as a club. It's people are not getting the right, don't want to play that type of football. It's against their nature to play it. And that's how I don't watch World Cups as well, because all the different styles of play for all the different countries, it's all gone now, mate. Everybody plays the same way now. This boring regimental, a million passes to go nowhere football. Football's never meant to be like that. Football's supposed to be free and easy on the eye, and you're seeing players attempting crazy things, and that's what we like. But you don't get score goals. You don't get it up here. You don't get it in world football. I mean, Bob Ger will tell you better than me. I was never we used to be a fan of the World Cups, but no, I couldn't care about the World Cup. I couldn't care less about the World Cup. I watched very little games in the World Cup. But Bob Ger will tell you years ago, and you'll know yourselves, for the 50s, 60s when it all started and all that, it was all different styles. In Brazil, Argentina, Italy, Germany, France, us, everybody got together to play in a World Cup. It was all different styles of football. It was great. Yeah, that's how everybody loved to watch the Brazilians, free-flowing football they played. It was excellent to watch, skillful, fast, entertaining. No. I remember, is it Dunga who turned around and says, we're going to adopt a more European style of football. And that's what they did. And look what happened to Brazil. Nobody bothers watching them that much now. And at one time when Brazil played, and it was on the telly, everybody beamed into it. Brazil's playing, want to see this? No. Somebody says to Brazil's playing, you just go, well, okay, it's just another boring game. And that's what's happened to football in my mind. It's just turned into this stereo garbage that we're dishing up as entertainment. It's crap. It's absolutely crap. Mate. And the flair players are not allowed to be flair players.
All right, mate, we've reached that time of the evening. Last word for your good self, Billy boy.
Cheers for taking my call, Ox, and enjoyed the wee Stoke doing memory lane there. That was brilliant, mate. Some of the players, names that were getting bounced about the night was frightening, lads. But just to touch up on what Albert was saying there, Ox, I think Nathan Patterson was really the last one that really came right up through the ranks.
Maybe.
And if there were ever a football player going to make it, I love to have seen playing in the middle of the park the Rangers. And this time we knew he's there playing in Italy. Sorry, that was Billy Gilmore. I'd love to have seen him playing the Rangers team we knew. But anyway, lads, thanks very much for taking my call. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and looking forward to the game on Sunday. And let's do this mob and put them right back in their box yet again. We are the people. Cheers.
Hey, Bob, Ger.
Aye, I think the word that all bears looking for is cosmopolitan. Money's ruined the game. I'll not go on a big spiel about it. It's ruined the game. Last great team I seen was the Brazil 1970 World Cup team. They were brilliant. But the night was one of the best Rangers radio shows that I've been involved in, and I've been involved in more than a few over the years, and I really, really enjoyed that tonight. All the nostalgia was fantastic. It was great. Well done, lads. Pat yourselves in the back. There you go. If you pat yourself in the back, you might get a shift off your working one. Okay, boys. Okay, boys. Bob. Good night.
Josh.
It's been brilliant, minute. It's been fantastic. Doing Memory Road with the lads, Robert, Albert, yourself, the other two lads. Thanks very much for having me on. It's always been good fun, and look forward to discussing the game for tomorrow on Friday for the Rangers Sunday. Take care, guys. And all the
Cheers,
best.
Josh. Cheers. That's word for your good self, Robert.
Great show tonight, mate. Really enjoyed it myself. Echo what you guys are saying, a wee trip down memory lane, and great for myself as a younger generation to hear some of the greats and the stories that everybody shares with them. It's been really good, mate. Always good to do a show with Albie and yourself, mate. Cheers for having me.
We've not got any stories to tell, have we?
No, that can be said on air.
Albert.
It was good to be on. It was just a wee message to Kenny up in Perth. Spackman is a good player, mate. I never got a chance to see it. You're right. In fact, you text me. Big Nigel Spackman.
Smashing.
Good to be on with yourself, Robert, Josh, Billy, and Bob here. Good show. It was very interesting. Fun.
I've asked if you could redo the inventions again before you go.
I'll take it quickly. As soon as I get this phone open, it takes a while, mate. Where are we? Come on.
Read the full
Find
lot.
them. The full lot.
What was the reason for it?
Oh, they've no. This is the stuff that's been invented since they've last won a knockout match in Europe. So the list is HD TVs, PlayStations 3, 4, and 5, Xbox 360, 1 times X and S, YouTube, home Wi-Fi, Google Maps, smartphones, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, mobile banking, Netflix, Amazon Prime, podcasts, Alexa, and Ubers. So you could probably add in a trip to Mars by the time we win the next game in Europe. Know what I mean? But anyway, we'll wait and see, mate. We wait with bated breath, as I say.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Listen, thanks to Josh, Bob Chair, and Billy who joined us on the call. Thanks to Albert and Robert for doing the show, supported with Fox and Old School Blue in the background. Thanks for listening. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.